So I was giving the birth in the bomb shelter, because when I started actually giving the birth, the missile started and there were a lot of sirens and bombings.
I was just going to ask you, maybe in the last few questions, is maybe on a personal note, can you tell us, because I think many Filipinos are interested, how do you live in a war zone or during wartime?
Before the war started, and then especially invasion started, I think we all, especially my generation, we knew about the war from the books, from the TV. And me personally, I could not imagine how I can live my life during the hostilities. But when everything happened, I understood that my life is going on. I cannot put on hold my life. But I can do everything possible to be crucial and to make something important for my country at this important period of time. That's why when I was proposed to become ambassador of Ukraine to the Philippines, knowing the potential which we have in this region and importance of building the relationship between Ukraine and ASEAN countries, I took it as a privilege to be here and to be important and to do important things for my country. But being in Kyiv, it's really, a little bit strange how people develop their resilience and resistance. Can you imagine that, for example, before I had a team meeting in Kyiv, and when we hear the sirens, we see in the apps which kind of missiles will be used by Russians, and then we decide what to do, or to maintain our team meeting or to go to the bomb shelter. So you adjust. Even giving the birth to my child, I have a 6-month-old son, so I was giving the birth in the bomb shelter, because when I started actually giving the birth, the missile started and there were a lot of sirens and bombings not far away from the hospital. So together with my doctors, we went to the bomb shelter, and during the next 13 hours, I was between the bomb shelter, and the delivery room. And then the first night of my son, he also spent it in the bomb shelter because it was the next attack. So, people, it's not good maybe, but it's good for our mental health to adjust. It's our new reality. Living between the sirens, living between the bomb shelters and our meeting rooms, going in the evening to the restaurant just to exchange with your friends, and also to keep Ukrainian economy working. That's why we have our shops are working, our restaurants are working, our children going to the schools and to kindergartens. We have built the bomb shelters in the underground of our schools and kindergartens, in our offices, in order to maintain, as to say,
some normalcy.
Some normalcy, yes. But it's our, it's our life, and it's important for us to fight for our freedom and to live in these circumstances, but to live on our land, and to decide on ourselves what to do with our future. It's harsh. We lost many people, many great young people who were fighting for our independence, who could be at this time famous politicians or journalists or photographers, IT specialists, but they are fighting and they put on hold the career, they put on hold their lives because they know what they are fighting for. They are fighting for their children's future, because we want that our children will live in independent, free Ukraine, a peaceful country who is open for the partnerships with all countries all over the world. And we are ready to live in peace with all of our neighbors, but we should be secured that our neighbors will not invade us once more, because we know our history and we know how to be the nation without the state. We do not want it for our children and for our generation too. So we maintain normal living under the missiles.